Greetings, cyberdogs and citizens of the internet. This is ReNDoG coming at you from just outside the miniature scale version of the Renstar in this Let's Play Minecraft Feed the Beast series. In the previous episode, we managed to breed ourselves our very first crop of Feru, which is absolutely epic. And in this episode, my cyber diggity dogs, we are going to start working on setting up the scaffolding foundations for the Renstar, which, as you guys know, is going to be a giant space platform that is going to suck this planet dry of its resources. Oh my freaking goodness, it is going to be sweet, guys. Sit back and relax. Let's feed the beast. That is our mind, man. I am so excited for today's episode for two reasons, right? Number one, we are moving on to the next phase of this series, which is going to be crafting the Renstar, which is just insane, man. You know, the cyber labs are really cool and stuff, and I absolutely love the cyber labs, but you know what? The cyber labs are going to be nothing compared to what we are going to start building. And that'll become clear to you guys by the end of this episode. I'm going to start talking about the actual scale of the Renstar, exactly how I want it to work, and exactly how freaking awesome it's going to be. But number two, guys, what the second awesome thing about this episode is that in the last dog mail, loads of you guys were talking about or were upvoting a comment and said that in this little church over here, there is probably a chest. In Feed the Beast, in the NPC villages, you get a chest in the blacksmith, and apparently, if there is a little church like this that doesn't have like a little back end like this sticking out, there is a possibility of there being a chest in there full of freaking FTB goodies. And guys, here's the freaking priest. Hey bro, I'm gonna loot your church, and there ain't nothing you can do about it, you freaking butthole. Get out of here. Oh, my bad, man. Okay, I feel kind of bad now. I just murderized the priest. That's my bad. Is he the last living guy in Rentown? I think I may have just killed the last living NPC. Oh, there's one more over there. That's my bad. I just murderized his ass. Oh man, that kind of sucks. We're gonna have to find another NPC village and do some transporting. I think I may have just murderized. Oh no, there's another guy. All right, sweet. Whew, man. Anyway, after nothing like starting an FTB episode with a bit of murder. You know, guys, you guys know what I'm saying, right? But anyway, guys, let's just get on with it. There might be a freaking chest in here, man. And the last time we looked at an FTB chest, there was a freaking portal gun. So I'm gonna keep your fingers crossed, people. Oh, bam! There's another freaking chest over here. Okay, there is another chest. Dear Ender Gods and Bajingo, and yes, I'm praying to you both today. Please let there be something sweet in this chest. Compile. Ooh, what is going on up in here? A skeleton skull? A knowledge fragment that has no texture? What the jazz? A fire charge? What is that? And some gold nuggets. Okay, well, I don't know what a knowledge fragment is, and I don't know what a fire charge is. Let's see. Can we actually... Does this tell us anything? We can shape it out of blaze powder, gunpowder, and coal. So obviously the fire charge is ammunition for something? Must be ammunition for something, right? Oh man, I'm definitely going to do some research into that. What in the jazz is that? And let's have a look at what a freaking knowledge fragment is. Knowledge fragment doesn't have a texture. Needs lore fragments to make knowledge fragments. Alright, well, absolutely zero clue what any of that jazz is. But it sounds freaking awesome. And man, I'm not entirely sure why there are textures in this texture pack that aren't actually showing yet. I use the FTB launcher and I've updated this is the Sortax fanfare texture pack, and I've updated this freaking texture pack from the launcher, but it doesn't seem to work. So I think what I'm going to have to do is manually update this texture pack, just because there's loads of textures that we don't actually have textures for, like zombie brains and amber, and obviously these knowledge fragments and stuff that I've just picked up. And you know, I want to see this stuff, man. I want freaking textures for this stuff. So I think before the beginning of the next episode, guys, I'm going to update our texture pack. It might change stuff though, so keep your eyeballs open for the next freaking video. Hopefully we'll get this texture pack problem sorted. But anyway, that's awesome, guys. I think those are some cool stuff that we looted out of that church. And now all of you guys, you can put your OCD to rest. ReNDoG has now looked inside that church, found a chest, and found some sweet jazz. Oh no. We had weedage over here, people. Oh no, we've got more weeds. Oh, Well, I wanted to show you guys the crop of fairy that I've got going on over here. Check out this croppage of fairy, man. Since you guys last saw this, I have managed to actually make way more fairy has breeded, and I basically completed this fairy pod over here, and it looks like we've got 2 more mature fairy plants over here. So we could probably start growing another fairy pod. So let's just start doing that, guys, before we start working on the foundations of the Renstar. And we just got 2 seed bags of fairy, which is epic. And let's just cropnalize these bad boys. That is fairy for show. And is it good fairy? 432, very nice fairy. And let's do this one. 250, not bad, not bad. Could have been better. But now that we lost that terrawort in that pod, I think I'll just plant some fairy over here, man. Yeah, this is some fairy. Sweet. Okay, so for the purposes of today's video, I think I'm going to put some Weedex in the cropnalizer. In the cropmatron. The reason that we don't use Weedex is because, or the reason we haven't been using it for the last few episodes is because if you use too much Weedex in your crop matron, it can lower the stats of your seed bags, right? So that is the reason why we haven't been using it. But we're not going to be in the Cyber Labs for this episode, so I think I'm a stock up on some Weedex in there to keep our freaking fairy crops safe over here, guys, because as you can see, we now have a full research pod of fairy, which is epic, and we are just starting on our second research pod full of fairy, so definitely don't want weeds to take over and destroy that. But you know what, guys, I can drop all of this jazz off for now because we have a much more pressing issue at hand. I also made a whole bunch more bags, guys. These bags are full of seeds. But we have a way more pressing task at hand for today, guys, and that is starting to build the foundation of the freaking Renstar. So let's head down to the scaffolding factory, which is a purpose-built factory precisely for this very day. This factory that we built over here on this wall is... well, this factory over here is making freaking scaffolding for us, and that's exactly what we need to make the foundations for the Renstar. So I'm going to turn that off because it's been churning out scaffolding. Our scaffolding room in the storage room should be basically completely full now, I think. So let's head off into the scaffolding annex of the storage room. Let's have a look. Oh my goodness. We have got so much scaffolding here, man. This is insane. All right, well, I'm going to collect it all. Bam! I'm just going to get as much scaffolding as I possibly can, right? And we could actually even get more scaffolding because I can put these freaking energy crystals down. So let's put these energy crystals down. I also want to get some more taters, I think. I think we'll probably need a few more potatoes, I think. All right, let's drop off these energy crystals so that I can literally have as much scaffolding as humanly possible. And I think what I'm going to do is actually pick up just a couple of chests also. And where we build the Renstar, we can just put those chests down there and just literally fill them with scaffolding every time we come to the Cyber Labs. And you know what, guys? I think I'm also... yeah, we've got a butt ton of chests over here. We'll take 4 chests. I'm also going to make use of the portal gun, right? So why don't we set up a portal in the Cyber Labs? Let's just take some amount of marble with us so that we can make a portal wall. So let's set up a portal here in the Cyber Labs in the portal room, right? And then where we go now, we can set up a portal in case we need to come back into the Cyber Labs, check up on the fairy crops and whatnot. So let's set up a blue portal over here in the portal room, and let's head upstairs and have a look at where we might want to start crafting the foundations for the Renstar. But you know what, guys? The sun has just gone down, and to ensure the safety of Rentown, I'm gonna have a sleep. I'll see you on the other side of this kaplaya. Alright, so I've been digging in, dogs. Just had a sleep in what is basically my only bedroom in Feed the Beast. I actually can't wait to to get into the Renstar and make for myself a captain's quarters. And man, I'm gonna make a sweet ass captain's quarters for myself. It's going to be epic. But anyway, guys, let's get to the foundations of the Renstar over here. And let's have a chat just before we get started on building this scaffolding. Exactly what we are going to be doing for the construction of the Renstar, right? So each of these little round modules that you see over here is basically going to be a cyber laboratory, right? It's basically going to be like the size of the cyber labs, but each of these modules is going to have one individual task, right? So if this module over here, this very first one, is, for example, the machine room module, then that module is going to be the same size as the cyber labs. Therefore, it will have, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rooms, or 9 rooms including the center, plus a maintenance level underneath it. And that module will be dedicated to machines only, right? And the same thing will apply to this module, which might be a storage room module, to that module, which might be a living quarters, that module would be food, that module would be power, that would be power storage, etc., etc., etc. So each of these modules is going to have one unique purpose, but is going to be the size of the cyber labs. Now, just before I started this episode, I measured the size of the cyber labs, and the cyber labs are about 35 blocks by 32 blocks in size, right? So I'm going to round that up to 40 by 40. And that is going to be the size of each of these modules. However, the Cyber Labs is square in design, right? And these modules are going to be octagonal in their design. So that means that on this miniature scale, these 4 blocks in the center over here, right? So these 4 blocks in the center of the octagon, that is the cyber laboratory, right? That's going to be the laboratory of each module. So this square over here of these 4 blocks needs to be 40 by 40, and then it needs to be surrounded by these walls that are going to make up the module itself. So today what we're going to do is work on the placement of our very first module, which is going to be square, right? And what I'm thinking, right, is that I kind of want the Renstar to not be floating over Rentown, but to be pretty close to Rentown, if not just floating over Rentown. So the citizens of Rentown will look up and see this giant ass spaceship above their heads. But I also kind of want the Renstar to be over this epic forest over here, because this forest, I think, is really, really sweet. And if we go all the way this way, there's obviously a swamp over here also, which is really awesome. And there is a massive biome over here of mountains. And basically, I want the living quarters, the captain's quarters of the Renstar, to look over this biome over here, right? I want to have a really sweet view from the Renstar of this area over here. So basically, the captain's quarters are probably going to be the module closest to this area over here. And I think I think this just hasn't rendered properly. I think this is actually a full mountain. Or is it not a full mountain? Oh my goodness, that makes this place even more awesome. I actually didn't realize that this mountain was like this. This is so epic. So yes, I definitely want a view of this really awesome geographical structure over here from my living quarters of the Renstar, and all of the captain's apartments or the lieutenant's apartments in the Renstar will have a view of this epic geography over here, right? So with that in mind, let's head back to the miniature scale version of the Renstar and actually start mapping out on the ground kind of the shape of how we want the Renstar to look, and how we want the very first module of the Renstar to look. And then we can actually go upwards into the sky and start mapping out the size of that very first module. So let's head back over here, guys. So if the center of each module is going to be a 40 by 40 square, then it's probably going to take another, oh goodness, I don't know how many more blocks to make the actual octagonal shape. Man, that word is messing my brain up. But all right, so in the miniature scale version, we've got one. Oops. You know what I should actually have is an axe with me, right? Yeah, we should definitely have an axe. 1, 2, 3 blocks from there on the miniature scale version. So it's probably another. If we're multiplying this by 10 to get to 40. Well, we're actually not multiplying it by 10. We're multiplying it by 20 to get to 40. So it's probably going to be another. Wow. It's going to be huge. It is going to be absolutely massive. So I think it's probably going to take another 20 to 40 blocks away from the inside square module to complete the octagonal shape, right? And that's going to give us loads of space for wiring. It's basically going to be like another maintenance level, but going around the square module rather than underneath it. So you know what? I'm actually happy with that, because then we could build rooms into those octagonal spaces and so on. So actually, I kind of like that. But I'm gonna pick up an axe for today's task. I think that's probably what we need for today's task. But there is a freaking zombie on the map. Where is he, man? Is he in the cyber labs? Are you in this? Oh, you are in the cyber labs. I'm a freaking spade you to death. This will teach your butthole to be down. You are not allowed to be in here, dude. Freaking butthole. Alright, there we go. Cyber labs have been cleared. See what happens the moment we leave the cyber labs, man? Infection happens. Alright, so guys, let's do this, man. Let's try to figure out exactly how massive, because we might want to downscale the Renstar. It just depends on how big this is going to be, right? Because I mean, I've already said that we are going to be using thousands and thousands of blocks, and that is the plan, right? I do want to use thousands and thousands of blocks. Man, that is an awesome looking cat over there. Okay, so if we want the captain's living quarters to be overlooking that awesome area over there, then I guess that this module is going to be the living quarters module, right? Because this module is probably going to be closest to that area over there. So I think if we make this module, right? If we make this module the module that's close to Rentown, then the Renstar is basically going to be hovering over in that direction with this corner of the Renstar sort of floating over Rentown, right? Can you guys visualize that, right? So the corner of the massive giant spaceship will basically be right above here, and then it's going to go all the way like that, hovering over that area over there. So that makes sense to me. Okay, so let's try that, right? So let's work on a module, and let's start the module. I don't know. Let's just choose a random spot. Let's start over here, right? So this will be the corner. Well, the corner of the Renstar will actually probably start from somewhere over here, right? Or even further in, actually. So this is actually perfect, right? So let's make 40 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, was that 10? No, I don't think that was 10. Oh man, freaking grass messed me up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. And 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, you grass messed me up again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so that should be 40, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. All right, so messed that up a bit. Okay, there we go. So 40 by 1, 2, 3. Oh my goodness. All right, so that seems about the size of the cyber labs, right? From one side to the other, slightly bigger than the cyber labs, I guess. All right, that is sweet, guys. I tell you what, I'm going to map this out completely, and then I'll bring you guys back on the other side of this Kaplayam when we actually see the actual size of that one of these modules is going to be, right? So I'll see you on the other side of this Kaplayam. Alright, CyberDogs, I have finished mapping out the size of one module for the Renstar, and let's have a quick look at how big this sucker is going to be. So there you can see I've made the corners of the modules. There's one here, there's one there, there's one in the corner over there, and then there's another one over there. Those don't look like they line up, but I think that's just an optical illusion. They actually do line up perfectly. But as we can see, one module is going to be pretty freaking huge. Damn, that's actually that is actually massive, right? I mean, wow, that is gonna be a lot of materials required. But you know what, guys, thinking about it right now, we have got 2 quarries. We could easily set up a 3rd quarry, and we should oh, was that a little kid? Oh, check, the villagers had a little baby to replace the one that I murdered. That's awesome. But guys, you know, we shouldn't be having a problem with materials. And you know, like I've always said in Minecraft and in Feed the Beast, well, especially in Feed the Beast, right? Scale is not a problem. Size in Feed the Beast is not an issue, right? If you are willing to put in the time to make something massive, then you shouldn't actually worry about running out of materials in Feed the Beast. What you should worry about is the amount of time that it's going to take you to make whatever you want to make, right? And you know what? We have all the time in the freaking world, man. So I am more than happy for the Renstar to be this size, and it is going to be absolutely massive, and it is going to take us for freaking ever to build. But you know what? That makes me happy, because that means I get to play Feed the Beast for a long ass time. So I'm happy with that, man. I'm happy with it, with this setup. So I just set up a little portal wall over here, just in case we need to head back into the Cyber Labs at some point. But what I want to do now is literally go up. Just build up. And you know what's awesome about scaffolding, and this is the reason that I wanted to make this foundation out of scaffolding, is that you can climb up scaffolding like a ladder, right? So even if we fall, for example, we can just back up into the scaffolding to stop our fall and stuff, right? So check it out. Just press backwards, and then you sort of grab the scaffolding as if it's a ladder. So that's really awesome, man. Scaffolding is just a really awesome material. So let's just go up, guys. Let's build upwards. Now, what we're trying to do is come to the point where we are going to be crafting the Renstar, but this is basically going to be the floor of the module, right? So underneath the module is going to be a maintenance level. So we need to keep that in mind also. So we need to go a little bit higher than we would usually, because we're gonna build this pillar up to the floor of this module, right? And underneath the floor we're going to need probably like 9 blocks worth of height, I guess, so that we can make a maintenance level. And we definitely don't want to go too high, right? Because if we go too high, then we're going to lose the view of this area over here, right? And we definitely don't want that to happen. And is my viewing distance on full? Let's have a look. Render distance far. Let's get render distance far going and see how far we can actually see. And that's looking pretty decent. Just got to wait for my computer to chug away and render all of this jazz. But I think we could probably go up a little bit more. Yeah, I think this feels about right. We are 109 in the air. I also want to go quite high so that we can make a really epic mob trap up here. And the higher we go, obviously, the easier it's going to be for us to spawn mobs, you know, without there being any other spawns. It's going to be the only place that mobs will spawn will be in the trap, so we will get maximum spawnage going. But it looks like my computer is not happy to render that far into the distance, so let's just get our video settings back to normal and have a look. I think, you know what, I think this is about right. Yeah, this is about right. Alright, so let's start working in this direction. What we can actually do now is build up the module itself. And why can't I put the jazz? That's weird. Oh, okay. The scaffolding, it's actually quite tricky to place because you're holding shift, right? And, ooh, no, that's not a good idea. And then I think as you come off the edge of the scaffolding grabs you like a ladder. So this is actually going to be harder than I thought to place. Come on, scaffolding! Place your butthole! Oh, or am I not allowed to place scaffolding like this? How much jetpack do we have left? Oh, okay, I see. We're not allowed to place scaffolding like this. I think the physics stops us placing scaffolding like too many scaffolding blocks next to each other, I think. What in the jazz is going on here, man? Is this how scaffolding works? Oh, that is very interesting, actually. So I don't think you can place scaffolding more than... I think it needs support, right? Let's try. Yeah, you can't actually place scaffolding... Okay, that's very interesting. I did not realize that. I mean, do we need to build, like, a support beam or something for it? Man, this is so weird. I didn't know scaffolding worked like this. What happens if we... Well, the scaffolding seems to be able to float in mid-air perfectly fine, but for some reason it won't let us build long distances above the ground. Okay, well, fair enough. We're just going to have to use marble then, I think. So we'll have the scaffolding going up, and I guess we could build the... I guess we... Can we seriously not do this? Oh man, this is so weird. We can't actually build a floor out of this. Which is very, very weird, man. I mean, check it out, right? So, if I try and place scaffolding... Ooh, I better recharge my backpack, actually, before this gets ugly. What about if we make 2 blocks of scaffolding? Nope. Very, very interesting. And we can't actually place scaffolding there either. Okay, so that's very, very strange. I think you can actually get iron scaffolding. And maybe iron scaffolding lets you build more, but to make iron scaffolding, we need refined iron and iron fences, and that means we're using a whole ton of iron, man. Man, that is so weird. I guess we have to make scaffolding pillars, like tons of them, right? So what happens if we drop down here? And make like another scaffolding pillar over here? Will we be able to connect them up? Man, I didn't even realize that scaffolding didn't work like that. So obviously, it stops you... Wow, that is that is really high. I just got vertigo from that. I didn't realize that scaffolding actually stops you building horizontally like that. I guess it's kind of cool. It's kind of like physics, right? It's basically like an anti-physics fail going on up in this jazz. Maybe we can trick the scaffolding, right? So maybe... Maybe if we place a marble block like that, we can trick the scaffolding. No, scaffolding not accepting trick. Okay. That's kind of weird, Cyberdogs. Not gonna lie, man. That is kind of strange, but I guess it's okay. It's not the end of the world. We can just use like we can just use a bit of marble where we need to, right? So let's just get rid of all of this jazz. There we go. And we'll just fill in like this. So we're still going to be able to use scaffolding, right? But what we're going to have to do is fill in the first floor of this very first module with a solid block so that the scaffolding can have something to attach itself to, basically. But, you know, that's okay. That shouldn't be a problem. Right, I'll tell you what, guys. I'm gonna finish off the outlines for this very first module, and I'll bring you guys back once I've done that, and we can have a look. I'm gonna go recharge my jetpack now too, and we can have a look then at the actual scale of that one of these modules is gonna look like, and it's gonna be freaking sweet. All right, guys, I'll see you on the other side of this freaking kaplam, man. Kaplam! All right, Cyberdogs, I have been working through the night. The sun is rising behind me, and as you guys can see, I have finished the very first outline for the very first module of the Renstar space station, and it is looking freaking sweet. It is also freaking massive. My goodness gracious, people, look at the size of this jazz. Let's just take a look at it on our freaking map right now, man. Look at that. It is basically, one module is basically about the size of a quarter of Rentown, which is absolutely insane. But this is perfect, man. This is so cool. I'm so happy with how this has turned out, and I love how the scaffolding looks. It really does look like we are starting off a very, very epic freaking project up in here, man. But I just want to get some torches up here for the next nighttime, because in the next nighttime we're probably going to be working up here. But guys, you know, while I've been doing this, I've been thinking about the actual task ahead, right? And the task ahead is ginormous. I mean, look at this. This is by far the biggest crafting project that I've ever done in Minecraft, ever done on my YouTube channel, ever done ever in any game. I mean, this is this is a crafting project of epic proportions. We're talking probably 100 hours, 200 hours, who knows how many hours it's going to take to finish this. But guys, I want to do it, man. This is my challenge for the new year, right? It's almost 2014, and if you're from the future, freaking happy new year, man. But if you're watching this in 2013, this is going to be my major project for 2014. I really want to do this, man. This is going to test my Minecraft skills to the maximum. If I am actually able to create a space platform that is going to be 9 of these giant ass rooms, and each of these modules is going to have 9 rooms inside of them, as well as a maintenance level for each of those rooms, all connected. I mean, if I can pull that off, guys, it'll be amazing. I will feel so freaking amazing if I can pull it off. But this is the very first outline for the very first module of the Renstar, and let's just have a look from Rentown, and let's just have a look. See, that is actually looking kind of freaking sweet right now, man. That looks too freaking epic. I love that. That looks absolutely amazing, and it just gives us such an epic idea of what we are trying to achieve here. This is a Minecraft project of giant proportions, guys, and I really hope you guys are going to be with me from beginning to end, because I need you guys with me, man, to keep me motivated to build this giant ass thing. And guys, you know, even though this may seem like an impossible task, and some of you guys are maybe thinking, now, ReNDoG, this is ridiculous, you're never going to be able to finish this. Remember that Feed the Beast gives us some pretty interesting tools to use, and we're going to start looking at this in the next episode, guys. And these things are called turtles, and here you can see a whole bunch of different turtles. We've got mining turtles, digging turtles, crafty turtle, wireless turtle. Man, we have got a ton of turtleage going on over here, and a ton of you guys have been telling me about turtles, and I did a little bit of research, and I watched a ton of Seth Bling turtle videos. Seth Bling's actually done an entire series on tutorials for turtles, and what turtles essentially are, guys, they are machines that can automatically do stuff for you. You use code, like literally computer code, to tell them what to do, right? So for instance, we would be able to tell a turtle to fill in the space of that very first module over there, right? Just with a very simple programming, a little bit of programming language inside of the turtle, we could literally get that turtle to fill this entire space with marble or with whatever material we want. So we won't actually manually have to fill this floor in. We could just create a turtle and program the turtle to do it for us. So using that, guys, you can see that turtles will actually take a lot of the time that we will be spending on this project away from the actual project, and will save us a ton of time. So in the next episode, guys, I'm going to start looking into how to use turtles, how to program turtles. They're pretty complicated, to be honest with you, and I'm not sure I have the programming skills to do it, but with the help of Seth Bling and a whole bunch of other tutorials and wikis on the interbubs, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to work it out. And obviously, with the help of you guys, I'm sure there's some turtle programming geniuses out there who will be able to help me with the programs that I need to craft the freaking Renstar. But guys, I'm going to end the episode here, because I've been doing this now for about 50 minutes and I need a freaking break. My eyeballs are killing me. But that is looking absolutely freaking epic, and I just cannot wait to actually start working properly on the Renstar. Once we get this very first floor done in the next episode using a turtle, we'll be able to start crafting the rooms in that module and figuring out exactly what we want that module to be. And I think what we'll probably also do is try and eventually get the entire design, or the entire outline of the Renstar done, right? So maybe we could use a turtle to actually build the entire outline of the Renstar in the sky. If we could actually program the Renstar to do that, that would be epic. But yeah, we're going to get into turtling and stuff over the next few episodes, guys. But really hope you have enjoyed this episode. Any hints and tips you might have for me for the construction of the Renstar, let me know in the comment section below. Or if you just want to say hello, or let me know if that you're enjoying this series and enjoying the videos on my channel, you can do that too, guys. Hit me up in the comment section below, man. Freaking love reading all of your comments, man. Thank you so much for watching this episode, guys. It's been ReNDoG playing Feed the Beast. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button, because we've started construction of a giant ass space platform, and if you don't want to stick around to see that, then you're not freaking human, man. You might be a freaking enderbutt. Anyway, guys, I will see you in the next Feed the Beast episode. This is ReNDoG signing off from the very first module of the Renstar. This is epic. I'll see you in the next video, my friends. Goodbye.